This is actually a fairly famous anime and manga. So this is called Hokuto no Ken, which translates literally into the fist of the Big Dipper. But that sounds kind of stupid, so they changed it in American Fist of the North Star. So, and it was written by Buron-san, and it's a pet name, I'll explain it during the presentation, and it's illustrated by Tetsuo Hara, which I thought was interesting, because usually I thought that mangaka wrote and drew their own stuff, like usually it's one person. Okay, so the storyline, this is in the 80s, that's why it's in 1990X, because they thought the apocalypse was going to happen in the 90s. Civilization is destroyed by nuclear war, and thus plants and animals have died out, and the world is run by bandits and mercenaries. The protagonist, Kenshiro, who we'll talk about later, was named the successor of the ancient assassination art of Hokuto no Ken, the Fist of the North Star. Also, you'll see it as written as Hokuto Shinken, which just means the divine Fist of the North Star. Kenshiro then sets out to start a new life with his fiancée Yuria. But unfortunately, before they can start their new life, Kenchiro's friend and practitioner of Nanto no Ken, which is Fist of the South Star, Shin challenges Kenshiro to combat and nearly kills him. Shin reveals he was secretly in love with Yuria and takes her away with him. The story just follows Kenshiro as he searches for Yuria, fights other martial artists, and murders bandits.
She willingly go with him, or did he
No, she's physically taken away from
her. Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of get, it's very misogynistic. It's an older series, so we'll kind of get into that later. I didn't put this in the slide, so I just wanted to say, Fist of the North Star, the difference between the two is they are both martial arts. This is heavily influenced by Kung Fu. The main character, Kenshiro, kind of does the Bruce Lee high-pitched what-ta-ta-ta kind of thing when he hits people. But Fist of the North Star, basically, the way that's described is the practitioner, or the people that use it, hit people's pressure points. It causes like new key flows and causes them to explode. Well, Fist of the South Star basically allows the user's hands and fingers and extremities to become kind of like razor sharp, so they're cutting people in half and doing such things. Okay, so the characters are really bland in the series.
I have to show you something later.
Alright, this is Kenshiro, and like I said, this is 80s, so that's why he has feathered hair, and he wears like leather and jean jumpsuits all the time. But he's the successor in the Fist of the North Star. He has a series of scars in his chest shaped like the Big Dipper, which can be really confusing, because if you think it's called the North Star, why doesn't it just have one star in his chest? He is stoic and emotionally repressed throughout most of the series. One of the differences is in the manga, they make it so that the kind of large overarching villains kind of have kind of a sympathetic story to them. But in the anime, they're just kind of douchebags. So, and this is Yuria. Yuria is Kenshiro's fiancée. She's kind-hearted and serene. Kenshiro's rivals are inexplicably attracted to her. They find her irresistible. And she's constantly getting kidnapped, and she dies a lot.
Wait, she dies multiple times?
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I don't expect you guys to read this.
Wait, it's like Krillin. Krillin gets killed 2 times.
Yeah, okay, so this is Shin. I'm sorry that the picture's not in color, but he's blonde. He's a blonde white guy. So
Looks like you like Magneto.
yeah. Oh, there are tons of shoulder pads in this series too. If you love shoulder pads. But okay, so he's the successor to Nanto Koshuken, which means this is a stealth star, long evil fist. So, for whatever reason, there's pretty much 2 versions of the Fist of the North Star in there. Every single villain or character that uses Fist of the South Star has their own Fist of the South Star technique. Okay, he's inexplicably attracted to Yuria. He kidnaps Yuria. He gives Kenshiro the 7 scars on his chest, and he's a good friend of Kenshiro.
Was that before the series started? You gave him the scars?
It's like almost, it opens up with this scene of Shin kidnapping Yuria and beating Kenshiro. So this is like, you probably read this in like the first volume. It's really long. Okay, this is Bat and Lin. These are 2 orphan children that Kenshiro follow around. Lin was left unable to speak after watching her parents die. Kenshiro healed her vocal folds with martial arts. So this goes back to the pressure points thing. So I guess I don't think she was actually mute. She used to talk a lot. So Kenshiro like pushes her pressure points instead of her dying of my old death. She's it. So like he's a master of it, and we'll kind of get into. Okay, so I guess I'm not sure if this is actually kind of martial arts lore or not, but usually in this universe, what happens is the master chooses one disciple to become the successor, the official successor of that specific kind of martial art, and all the other successors have to either cripple themselves so they can't use it, or they have to kill themselves or something like that. So that's another kind of overarching plot to the story. You're going to find other users of it who are his adopted brothers. But Lin is very brave and generous. That is kind of mine, and he's mischievous. And that is impressed by Kenjiro's strength and wants to become stronger. So okay, so these are other characters.
Shoulder pads, oh my god.
I know, right?
He's not wearing shoulder pads.
Okay.
Just
so
muscles.
The top left is Ray. Ray is another Fist of the South Star user, and he is one of like the two characters that that's not Kenjiro's rival. The one in the upper right, that's Toki, or Kung Fu Jesus, because it makes you
Kung Fu Jesus.
One of Kenjiro's older adopted brothers, and he is actually the biological brother of the guy on the lower left, who's Rao, who usually wears a helmet and rides a horse, but I wanted to get this. Of course he does. There's some, he actually puts his horse in the headlock because he starts. So then in the lower right is the other brother. He's the third in terms of age. So it goes Rao, Toki, and this is Jogi. And Jogi kind of sucks at martial arts. He uses guns and things. And he imitated he gave himself those scars to kind of look like Kenshiro, because he wanted to. He's a lot.
He's still like ripped though. I mean,
everybody is ripped. Even though it's a post-apocalyptic world, anabolic steroids are still.
they're all like malnourished and have no food.
Exactly.
Because they eat all the obese people. America is off the map because of this.
Exactly.
A shonen manga without gratuitous amounts of bishonen? What?
I think it's set in just because of the graphic violence, but in terms of storyline it's not extremely complicated. It's not.
Ooh, and I've actually built.
So the publication info, so it's serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump in '83. There were 27, and yeah, this is old. So I think the whole manga was finished in '88. I was born in '88, so
I was 2 in '88.
But okay, so then there are 27 volumes, 245 chapters. Toei Animation produced 2 anime series, which is spanned combined 152 episodes. The series has also spawned 2 films, one of which was live action, a 3-part OVA, a 5-part film series that came, or the last one came out around the time of the 25th anniversary, I should say. And they're way over, well over 20 video games. I didn't include like the Shingo and those types of games.
There's actually a new game coming out.
There is a new game. There's a game for the PlayStation 3. It's actually a Dynasty Warriors game, but you know how Dynasty Warriors licenses Gundam, so you can get the Gundam Dynasty Warriors game. There's a Fist of South Star game, and then there's a sequel to that first PlayStation 3 game coming. So this is Tetsuo Hara. He was born in '61. He worked as assistant to a mangaka straight out of high school. His first published work was Bad Fighter in '82, and his first published work in the Shonen Jump was Iron Dog Quixote, which is actually about dirt bikes. Oh shit. He currently works on Fist of the Blue Sky, which is a prequel to Fist of the North Star, and he's actually now blind in one eye, so he has his assistants correct perspective errors in his work that he can't make his work good enough. These are some of his works. So remember, this is the artist, which is why all the protagonists kind of look like they're the same face, just different. Actually, the hair kind of was the same too. Okay, so the one on the left is Iron Don Quixote. The one on the right was one actually based on a historical figure, and the one in the middle is Fist of the Blue Sky. Fist of the Blue Sky takes place in China before the apocalypse. Fist of the Blue Star takes place in Japan after. Okay, so this is Bronson. He was born in Nagano, and if you guys are old enough to remember, Nagano actually had a Winter Olympics years and years ago. He was born in 47. I thought it was interesting that he actually was a trained Air Force radar mechanic. He only did that job for around 2 years before he started working with the manga, just like the artist did. And the story of how Fist of the North Star was created was that Tetsuo, the artist, came up with the idea of having a protagonist in a post-apocalyptic world, kind of using kung fu, kind of kung fu like martial arts. But Tetsuo came up with the kind of idea of Kenshiro. Kenshiro was going to be a little kid. There's kind of some funny pictures I'm going to show you. But I think, did we read Sanctuary in Club? Maybe?
Yeah.
So he actually wrote Sanctuary, this guy. And he also wrote Heat, which is award-winning. And he went under a different pseudonym for that show, Fumi. And the reason why he went under the name Bronson is because he's a fan of Charles Bronson. I didn't include a picture of him, but he's kind of like a 70s Hollywood American actor with a huge mustache. So he liked his mustache.
He was born?
He was not born. He did have a porno mustache. Okay, so inspiration of the series. So I'm going to show you these pictures, and I'm going to see if you guys can figure out how it came up with Kendrick. Okay, so this is Bruce Lee. This is Mel Gibson in the Mad Max movies. Okay, and this is Off of Mad Max and Bruce Lee. I think that's awesome. I just want to shake this. Okay, so Bronson's other work, Sanctuary, is on the left, and then his first work, published in Shonen Jump, is Doberman Detective, which is on the right, and then one in the middle is Heat. Oh. Okay, so if you're trying to find this, this Gutsu company licensed it back like in 2004, so you can find volumes online, but it's hard, and it's hard to find the DVDs online. Scanlations, you can find them on mangain.com, and you can watch the entire TV series. I would not recommend it. You can watch the entire series, television series on for free on Hulu. Yeah.